Welcome to Jags Drive Time with Ashlyn Sullivan, John Oehser, and Brian Sexton. Jags Drive Time starts right now.
It is Thursday. Welcome in Jaguars Drive Time. Ashlyn Sullivan, Brian Sexton, and John Oehser here with you as we get ready for a busy day. The Jaguars flying to London this afternoon, and there are press conferences and practice trying to squeeze a lot into today, getting ready for a big game on Sunday against the Miami Dolphins.
We hope a big game on Sunday.
Yes, that is true. I shouldn't expect these things and assume.
Well, I mean, it feels big because it's in London.
It does. And I was just talking to JP Shadrick, who is the king of London, if you do not know. He's like, it's a little weird that we're not going this year. But COVID makes everything a little weird.
If you're the king of London, are you also the king of England?
Yes.
Okay.
Not
necessarily, because trust me, the king of England, were there a king of England, would have nothing on JP.
Very fair. Very, very fair. All right, let's get into big things because, like I said, we're very busy today. Big thing one is locker room. Coach Meyer is leaning on this locker room with some veterans in it. It's an advantage because some of these guys have been to London 7 times, like Brandon Linder, who definitely has had some input with this trip.
There's 3 different options that were available to us that other teams have used that the Jags have actually used, and Linder was a big part of because he's been around a while and he's kind of the spokesman or one of the lead guys of our leadership committee.
Big thing two is the combo. What is the winning formula? Well, obviously they're still trying to figure that out, but Coach Meyer is getting closer to finding that idea.
The 2 components of winning are work ethic and belief. And if you have a group that works hard but doesn't believe, you just have a bunch of hardworking guys. If you have a group that believes but doesn't work hard, you have a bunch of people just wishing. The combination, and I see it growing. I see a team growing. I see a team getting better. I see a team, and belief is when a quarterback trusts his offensive line, which he does. When the tailback trusts the offensive line, which they do, that's when belief happens. Belief and work ethic are the secret sauce to winning.
Secret sauce. Big thing 3 is losses. Some big losses this week that the Jaguars will have to plan around, like Brandon Linder, AJ Cam, both out, 2 starters out on the offensive line. Miles Jack, unsure if he is going to play. That would be a huge loss. And of course, DJ Chark, who's on injured reserve. One thing we do know, quarterback Trevor Lawrence will play, and he's starting to play at a high level.
Yeah, for sure. I just think I'm playing a lot smarter ball. I think I've been more accurate, worked the pocket better. Situational football has been a lot better. Obviously, the past 2 games have been my best as far as decisions go, and just completion percentage, accuracy, all those things. I think those are my 2 best games. So that says a lot, that I feel like I'm getting better every week. And just trusting that that's going to put us in a situation to win games down the road. We obviously at this point it hasn't, but we're going to keep getting better, and eventually, if I keep doing my job, keep making, I'm going to make the plays. I have faith in my ability that when there's a play to be made, I'll make it. But just doing the little things every play to take care of the football, to get it in our guys' hands that can go make plays, and really just to put us in a position to win. We're eventually going to win some of these.
And that is big things. One thing I wanted to mention with Trevor Lawrence's press conferences is he's impressive every single week. But I left yesterday's press conference with the quarterback really feeling optimistic, which I know I'm normally optimistic.
Sure.
But it was
you're usually such a downer.
Yeah, that's me. Right. But normally he was talking about the interception that he threw late in the game, which really was a garbage time interception. And the question was, well, that doesn't really matter, right? I mean, it was at the end of the game. And he's like, no, it matters. It's another game where I threw an interception. And you could tell it was taking a toll on him that he made that bad decision. And truthfully to me, I'd forgotten about the interception because there were so many other things going on. I just thought that was a really high point to that press conference that said a lot about him.
Yeah, and I think the key is I don't know that it was taking a toll, which I think is good.
Yeah.
I think it bothered him. He didn't want to do it. But I'm impressed with the way he can detach from a game and analyze himself, but even beyond that he analyzes himself correctly when he does. He knows what he has to do to get better. He sees the progress he's making, and he's correct when he talks about what he's doing. He is making better decisions. I asked Bucky Brooks on our Huddle Up podcast Wednesday. It seems to me that he's not only reducing interceptions, which I really don't care if he reduces interceptions, but he's also doing that without reducing the rest of his game. What you don't want is having him reduce interceptions because, I don't want to throw it in the pocket because I don't want to get an interception. You don't want that. You want him still playing quarterback. He's doing the right things and improving the right way.
Well, so a guy that you used to cover, Bill Polian, had stages of quarterback development. And I remember him holding court at the J Fund one year and going through it. And I can't tell you that I remember them, so I'm going to paraphrase him. He said that the first one was really about the quarterback just figuring out what's going on around him.
Where's the bathroom?
Right. The next phase was figuring out what you're supposed to be doing with your offense. The phase after that was figuring out what the defense is trying to do to you. And then the phase after that was, phase 4, was being able to use your offensive scheme against the defense, right? It's just the growth. Well, 1 and 2 he's got. He's touching in 3 and may scrape 4 before this season is over because he's so smart, because he understands the game so well. His progression, and you say 0-5, so he's not there yet. Okay, well, we get that. But this season isn't about the record, it's about the quarterback. We all knew. They have to build this team around him. They got to add speed to this team to give him weapons. But when you just look at him, how could you not be optimistic about the things that he's doing? Is he going to throw more interceptions this year? Yes. Is he probably going to throw more pick sixes? Yeah. Yeah, those things happen to rookie quarterbacks. But if you really look at him to a micro level, you see a guy who is way, way, way down the road for his 5th game and has so much potential to grow and get better. The other day, I was outside, and I saw DJ Chark and Travis Etienne wheeling themselves, on those little carts that when you up to the gate. And I thought, well, holy hell. No wonder they're 0-5. There's the speed that changes games. And it's both with casts on legs and carts. They
not contributing.
Right.
Yeah.
2 offensive linemen down. And yet this kid keeps getting better despite more and more adversity getting thrown to him. Just evaluate the quarterback as we keep going forward here, because we know this isn't a championship team. We know this is a building team. And if you see it from the quarterback, man, be excited about what's coming.
And what I'll bet he doesn't have, and I know we'll move on, he may have a pick 6, but my guess is he won't have any more games where he absolutely looks lost and dazed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In the first game, he did a little bit, although I thought all 3 of his interceptions in week 1 were check-the-box rookie stuff.
You bet.
But my guess is what seems to be impressive about him, he stays composed in the moment. He knows what he wants to do. As long as he's still doing that, he has too many strengths, and he's doing too many things the right way. There's nothing missing that makes you think he won't succeed.
Just one thought on Big Thing 2, the combo, the secret sauce
Secret
you
sauce.
alluded to. No doubt they're working hard.
Yeah.
We're not down there. We get limited time on the practice field. No doubt they're working hard. The belief in that locker room is in the quarterback. They believe in him. And Damian Wilson steps to the mic and he talks about it. The guys post-game talk about it. The belief in the locker room in Trevor Lawrence gives them the combo that they need.
I want to add some turnovers and some points to the secret sauce.
Yeah.
I like the initial
like the
ingredients.
garlic powder.
I like the start of the gumbo, but I want a little more.
Yeah.
I want some more turnovers
spices.
in that secret sauce.
I get you. Some flavoring.
Takeaways, not turnovers.
You lost
That
it.
way.
Okay. You start talking about garlic powder and whoa, what you am I on?
What is this combination?
Exactly.
And I'm not a very good cook, so I would just throw stuff in there and see if it works.
Garlic generally does hide your flaws.
Yeah, exactly. My mother told me that.
Yes.
Great Rose Sullivan. Great advice. When we come back on Jaguars Drive Time, Travis Wingfield from MiamiDolphins.com joins us right here on the Jaguars Digital Network.
Jags Drive Time is brought to you by TIAA Bank. Turn potential into progress. And by Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
You can step up to luxury now.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Whatever you're driving, you can step up to luxury now. Plus, get our Fields amenities, which include complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes.
Make this your year to step up to luxury at Fields Cadillac, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Land Rover, Jaguar, and Lexus. When it comes to the ultimate car buying experience, there's only one name that matters: Fields. And Fields matters because you matter. The Fields Auto Group, proud partners of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Chantel Chark, wife of DJ Chark. My husband is always prepared with a game day plan, and so am I. I'm always looking for easy ways to save time, and Publix helps me tackle everything from pre-game prep to post-game cleanup with prices that are never out of bounds.
This week at Publix, assorted varieties and counts of Tide and Gain are $3 off.
Available at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Your family isn't like anyone else's. Your home shouldn't be either. At Dreamfinders Homes, you can build the home of your dreams in one of their 30-plus communities in Northeast Florida. Choose from luxury single-family homes or maintenance-free townhomes from the 200s. Dreamfinders specializes in homes built to fit your lifestyle. To find out more, call 904-738-0165 or visit dreamfindershomes.com.
This hour of Jaguars Drive Time has been brought to you by Fields Cadillac of Jacksonville and Fields Cadillac St. Augustine, members of the Fields Auto Group.
It's kind of ironic we're going all the way to London to play a team from Miami. That's the only thing I thought about. But no, we're excited. Obviously, I haven't been that many places, especially outside of the country. So it's going to be really cool, and to play a game over there is going to be really exciting. I've heard about the fan base over there and how whenever teams come to play, they're always really excited, have a great showing, and fill up the stadium. So that's going to be fun to be around that atmosphere, somewhere different. I know we're excited. Obviously, the main thing is to go and get our first win, go win a game. But we are excited to go out there and play.
It is a little ironic. A team that is only 6 hours away is going to travel 4,200 miles to play the Miami Dolphins Sunday in London. And now we have Travis Wingfield from MiamiDolphins.com joining us this morning. Thank you for waking up early with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I noticed your guys' show is called Drive Time. I was curious, does the winner of the game get the title Drive Time? That's my podcast too, so some fun competition there.
Yes, I was going to ask you that. What a coincidence, and it's meant to be that you have a podcast called Drive Time. That is something.
It works.
Yeah. All right, Travis, we have to ask you, what's going on with this quarterback situation? Tua Tagovailoa, is he starting? Is he going to play? Is he healthy? And how have these past 4 weeks gone trying to figure this out?
Yeah, it sounds like he's on track to be able to at least try to play in the game on Sunday. It sounds like he's still dealing with a little bit of soreness and pain, but he was out there at practice on Wednesday. He has not been activated from the injured reserve yet. The Dolphins did activate Raekwon Davis last Saturday, so if he comes off the IR, you have to imagine it would be Saturday. We'll talk to one of the quarterbacks on Friday. That might give you an indication as well, whether it's Tua or Jacoby Brissett, as far as who might play in the game on Sunday. Over the last 4 weeks, Brissett's games got better as he went along, but there were certainly some areas the Dolphins could have, used better quarterback play throughout the course of that 4-game losing streak. But the offense seems to be kind of getting more and more steam as we go into the season here. So the hope is that the offense built up while Tua was gone, and then when he comes back, kind of have everything come together and get this thing cranking in the right direction, because it's been a pretty slow start for this Dolphins offense so far.
How much have they missed him, and how different are they without him? What kind of an impact do you expect from him?
Yeah, I think the entire offseason was built in a way to kind of highlight what Tua does well with the quick release, the RPO game. Obviously, haven't seen much of that the last few weeks with Jacoby Brissett in there. The accuracy to get some of these speed receivers, they have the ball on the move. We've seen so many balls over the last 4 weeks to guys where they catch the football standing still, and that's just not going to accentuate the yak ability and this offense has, as far as like Jalen Waddle and Will Fuller when he was healthy, and some of the other guys like Mike Gesicki and Myles Gaskin, and the list goes on and on and on. So I think the offense was constructed to his strengths, and we saw a little bit of that in week one. We saw plenty of it in training camp in the preseason, and something co-offensive coordinator George Godsey talked about was Tua building upon what he did during training camp and preseason into that first game and bringing it back out here in week number 6, hopefully when he plays. So I think there's optimism around Tua's return. I know the guys are excited to have him back. Preston Williams talked a little bit about him being involved and engaged in the meetings and practices and saying like, hey, I see you can do this a little differently or a little better, and we can kind of get on that same page. So he was very much involved over the last 3 games, but the Dolphins are certainly excited to have him back if he plays on Sunday.
I know the quarterback's always the story, but I'm going to flip the switch on you. A year ago, 29 takeaways for your defense, and it was really what powered a 10-win football team. Who can turn it on that side of the ball? Who up front in the secondary is it that can spark the Dolphins' defense to be as good as they were a year ago?
I think the easy answer is Xavier Howard. Now, he was a little bit slowed up last week. He was on the injury report all week long, and he had one of his worst games from a production standpoint going up against Mike Evans for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Caught a bunch of balls, a couple of touchdowns, and a lot of yards on Xavier Howard. But if you put the ball in X's way too frequently, he's going to get his hands on it. He's one of the best ball hawks in all the National Football League, obviously evidenced by his 10 picks last year. And he was a big reason why Miami got the one win they had in New England when he stripped Damian Harris down around the goal line as they were going in for a possible game-winning touchdown or field goal. So he's the big ball hawk. But I'd also keep an eye on Jalen Phillips, the Dolphins' first-round draft pick out of the University of Miami. He's really been coming on with both his pass rush, the run game defense. He plays all over the formation, out wide as a nose tackle even last week a little bit. And he's really getting more and more pressure each week. Got his first full sack against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So I think Xavier Howard and Jalen Phillips are two guys to keep an eye on this Dolphins defense.
What's your sense on this team, Travis? I mean, it's a 1-4 team. The quarterback coming back. There were higher expectations for this team coming in, certainly. Is this a team that can turn it around? What does it have to do that?
Yeah, you talk about expectations. I think that's the big thing that Dolphins fans are kind of grieving with right now. I don't think many folks expected a 1-4 start, and obviously you lose your quarterback, that makes things a little bit more challenging. So that's kind of where it starts for me as far as how you might turn this thing around. But the coaches have talked about it all week as well. There's plenty of things structurally to put players in better position that they could do to help accentuate the talent this team has, because there is a lot of talent on this roster. I mean, you guys are kind of seeing the same thing in Jacksonville. You're slowly building up this roster with all these draft picks and the ideas that young guys develop and hit that year 2, year 3, year 4 stretch where they start to really realize all that potential and talent they had. And I think the Dolphins are kind of, they're in this transition right now between those guys becoming the prominent forces on the roster, whereas last year you had some more veteran experience like a Kyle Van Noy, a Bobby McCain, or an Eric Flowers, and they were shipped out in lieu of younger players to kind of take over those roles. And it hasn't quite clicked yet. But if the season goes along and those guys find their footing and find their improvement, I think that's where the hope is for the possible turnaround to this 1-4 start.
Sounds like patience needed for both teams. We are well aware of what that is like here in Jacksonville. Travis, thank you so much for joining us on Jaguars Drive Time.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me, guys. I had fun. Appreciate it.
Of course, Jaguars and Dolphins kick off at 9:30 Sunday morning in London, and we'll be back on Jags Drive Time for some He Will, He Won't, He Might coming up.
Jags Drive Time is presented in part by Dreamfinders Homes, homes that fit your lifestyle, and Baptist Health, changing healthcare for good.
You can step up to luxury now.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Whatever you're driving, you can step up to luxury now. Plus, get our Fields amenities, which include complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes.
Make this your year to step up to luxury at Fields Cadillac, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Land Rover, Jaguar, and Lexus. When it comes to the ultimate car buying experience, there's only one name that matters: Fields. And Fields matters because you matter. The Fields Auto Group, proud partners of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Your family isn't like anyone else's. Your home shouldn't be either. At Dreamfinders Homes, you can build the home of your dreams in one of their 30-plus communities in Northeast Florida. Choose from luxury single-family homes or maintenance-free townhomes from the 200s. Dreamfinders specializes in homes built to fit your lifestyle. To find out more, call 904-738-0165 or visit dreamfindershomes.com.
Move day is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Move Day crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and moving efficiency, it's no wonder why Move Day is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Track your goods online and get updated play-by-plays throughout your move process. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, they're here to help you on moving day. Call 844-MY-MOVE-DAY or visit MoveDayMovers.com.
It is Thursday, Jaguars Drive Time, brought to you by the Fields Auto Group, getting ready for Sunday's game in London at 9:30. It is time for He Will, He Won't, He Might for that game. And Brian Sexton, you're up first.
I'll go with Shaq Griffin. He will be prepared for the ball to come his way. Yes. You can hear the pain in his voice. A lot of times players can get up there after a loss and just say what needs to be said. I didn't get that from him, so he'll be ready. It's extra time. extra focus. He won't drop it this time. And I think he'll get a ball thrown to him this week. I just see this happening. You get a quarterback coming back with bruised ribs. He's probably going to get some pressure. He's probably going to be quick to throw the ball and get rid of it so he doesn't take the hit. So I imagine that he won't drop it this week. And he might be the spark that gets this win. The first win and ends the 20-game losing streak. We might be talking about him and his play as the reason why the Jaguars have one win and are looking to build on that.
I like it. I talked to him for Jaguars All Access, and he was saying it's almost more so to the point now where it's that confidence. And he seems like such a guy who's so confident. But he said he was having long phone calls with his family this week, and it's more than just the jugs machine. Right now, it's mental, almost like kind of what we're seeing with kicker Josh Lambo, getting over that hump. He's like, I know it's only going to take one, and then we're off to the races.
Well, I know you weren't here when he was the coach, but Gus Bradley, despite his record, was always big on removing anxiety from players and putting them in situations to just go play and not worry, but play and focus. However he gets it done, the sports psychology part of it this week is probably really important for him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I get it. Everybody's upset about his interceptions. To me, interceptions are secondary. Well,
I'm just saying
you
this
sound
might be the week.
Upset. You sound a little mad. No, he is, though. And I think what he needs to realize is if you get your hands on the ball and knock it down as a defensive back, that's the job.
Sure.
An interception is a bonus. So I almost worry to hear him overemphasizing it so much. There's a perception out there that he's playing poorly. I've gotten emails this week saying the Jaguars have no starting level corners. This guy's good. He's playing well, and he's taking guys away. He hasn't finished off the interceptions, but let's not have it out there that he's playing poorly or was a free agent miss. This guy's the best player in the secondary right now, and he's playing. He could start and be the number 2 for most teams in the NFL, maybe the number 1 for some.
It says here he won't drop it this week.
All right.
Okay, your turn.
Good call, Brian.
I want to make my he won't about Shaq Griffin. Mine's Marvin Jones, and he will be where he's supposed to be, which he always has been, and he will continue to have the rapport that he's had with Trevor Lawrence. He won't get overlooked this week. And I don't think he necessarily got overlooked last week, but he didn't get as many balls, and he hasn't gotten the opportunities I thought he would. And I think some of that is the offense trying to adjust to not having DJ Chark. They're trying to figure out who is going to play that role. So for Marvin Jones, he might wind up playing more of that role, mainly because I'm not sure that's going to be Laviska Shenault's role. I don't think that Laviska is going to be the guy to go 15 yards downfield and cut it in. I think with Laviska, you have to get him the ball short. You have to get him touches. Marvin Jones, I think, will take more of DJ Chark's role, and I think you will see him be more comfortable and more productive as you get further away from DJ's injury.
I'm liking it's my he will, he won't, he might is running back James Robinson coming off a huge week. He will have this Sunday his 6th game with over 100 yards of his career for his rookie year. Won this season last week against the Titans. The Dolphins' run defense is 24th in the league, giving up on average 133 yards a game. I expect another big game for James Robinson. He will have another 100-yard game. He won't miss crucial drives. If this was a theme, it was this of this week. James Robinson needs to be on the field when it matters most. If it is a 4th down trying to convert, James Robinson won't be on the sideline. He will be on the field. I think we all can agree with that. He might have 2 rushing touchdowns this week against the Dolphins. He's done that once so far this season, had 1 last week. I expect a big day for James Robinson. 2 touchdowns against the Dolphins. Are we all in agreement?
Why not 3?
Fine.
Not quite in agreement, but he'll always be on the field in every crucial situation. I didn't necessarily mind Hyde being on the field on 4th down the other day. Robinson needed to be in the mix in that drive, so I'm 99.9% with you.
Okay,
so,
fine, fair enough.
Which is fine.
I'll take that.
That's good agreement.
He will, he won't, he might is presented by Move Day. Move Day is Jacksonville's most dependable and caring local moving company. Move Day is proud to be the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. To get a free instant quote, call 844-MY-MOVE-DAY or visit movedaymovers.com. We'll be back.
You can step up to luxury now.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Whatever you're driving, you can step up to luxury now. Plus, get our Fields amenities, which include complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes.
Make this your year to step up to luxury at Fields Cadillac, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Land Rover, Jaguar, and Lexus. When it comes to the ultimate car buying experience, there's only one name that matters: Fields. And Fields matters because you matter. The Fields Auto Group, proud partners of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Your family isn't like anyone else's. Your home shouldn't be either. At Dreamfinders Homes, you can build the home of your dreams in one of their 30-plus communities in Northeast Florida. Choose from luxury single-family homes or maintenance-free townhomes from the 200s. Dreamfinders specializes in homes built to fit your lifestyle. To find out more, call 904-738-0165 or visit dreamfindershomes.com. Hard Rock Sportsbook is coming to Florida. Join the Seminole Tribe of Florida and Hard Rock for safe, trusted, and completely legal sports betting. Go to hardrocksportsbook.com to get all the latest details leading up to launch. Play remotely from anywhere in Florida, including on your phone or computer or in person at Seminole Casinos. Want great promotions like free bets, odds boosts, and bonuses? Hard Rock Sportsbook will have all your favorite bets and promotions. Hard Rock Sportsbook, the best place to be a Jaguars fan. Coming soon. Must be at least 21 and physically present in Florida to wager. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-800-522-4700.
Legal sports betting is coming to Florida. Go to hardrocksportsbook.com for the latest details leading up to the launch. Must be 21 and physically present in Florida to wager. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-800-522-4700. Monday's headlines today, getting ready for Sunday's game against the Miami Dolphins. We are predicting the future. What is the front page of the newspaper going to say on Monday, Brian?
Buy and buy. BYE and BYE. In other words, buy to the losing streak, and the bye week is upon us.
Yes, I'm liking it. Those are good vibes on a Monday.
I love this segment.
John.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I know you guys, my headline's going to be very simple. Long flight home. And I hope I'm wrong.
What a balloon breaker.
Well, somebody has to sort of be realistic.
Well,
unless the headline is takeaway time, because I feel like if they can go plus 2 turnovers, they can win the game. If they can get takeaways, but the Dolphins aren't really given to playing that way. I guess right now after 20, I've got to believe it. I've got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, well, there's a long stretch of games coming up in November and December against teams that are playoff contenders, serious contenders. So optimism might start to fade here if we don't use it this
I would
week.
rather have it buy and buy, or I would rather have Schlins, which is
win. Remember when Dante Fowler told you that
yeah,
on the
I do.
field
They had just beaten
post-game?
the Patriots in 2018, and I was interviewing him for the big board, and here comes Calais, and the two of them got going.
Yep. Win. That's as simple as it needs to be. Enough said. And there you have it. Jaguars Drive Time on a Thursday morning. Stay tuned to Jaguars.com all weekend long for your game coverage, and we will be here bright and early Monday morning to recap that game against the Miami Dolphins. Have a fabulous weekend.